That's what I wanted to do. Devote my entire time in life to a small community hospital. Here you are.
Thank you. Well, how did you get sidetracked?
Ah, that's a very good question. But I guess we all change as we get older. Anyway, I finally realized that my rare talents were better suited to a large city hospital.
Well, from what I've seen, you run a very tight ship.
Well, actually, I've been very fortunate to have an excellent staff. That's what really makes a big difference. Now, tell me, how was your tour of Mercy Hospital yesterday?
Interesting, although I think they have a problem with overcrowding.
That's the most problems we have today in hospitals. And probably the reason why Audrey's running a little late. We've had a few of our problems around here lately. I'd show you around myself.
No, I understand. In fact, the more freedom I have just to stroll around and observe, the better.
Good. I'll be sure and tell Audrey that. Excuse me. Yes?
Dr. Hardy, Bobbie Spencer is still waiting, and a call just came down from 10. They need her in surgery right away.
Do you mind a brief interruption?
Oh, no.
Tell Miss Spencer to come right in.
Association does want everything in
I
writing.
understand. Oh, I'm sorry, Bobbie Spencer. This is Natalie Dearborn.
Oh, how do you do? Fine, thanks.
Bobbie Spencer is head of our local nurses association. We recently had what you might call a slight misunderstanding over hospital policy.
Yes, when I was in the halls, I heard them talking about hiring more clerical help.
Well, you're very observant.
I hope you've cleared everything up.
As soon as the doctor finishes signing the papers, we have.
And you've got it, Bobbie. You've got it.
Thank you, Doctor. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss... I'm very sorry, but I just got the strangest feeling. Have we ever met before?
I don't think so. Why do you ask?
Well, I guess it's the way you were looking at me.
Miss Dearborn is here just for a tour of our therapy facilities.
I see. Oh, well, enjoy your tour.
I'm sure I will.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Oh, Bobbie, are those papers what I think they are?
No backing out now. I just got a signature.
Oh, good work.
See you all later.
Right.
Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You must be Miss Dearborn.
Natalie, please, yes.
Oh, yes, Natalie, of course. Well, are you ready for the grand tour?
If you are.
Well, I just have to sign something outside, and then we'll be on our way.
Fine.
You ladies enjoy yourselves.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Come along.
All right.
Just wait here for a minute.
Oh,
Nancy, I'll sign those papers.
Oh, good. Bobbie seems like a...
Not to mention her being one of our finest scrub nurses.
Is she always so cheery?
It's hard to believe, isn't it? But I think it really runs in her family. Her aunt works here, too.
Ruby.
Oh, yes, uh-huh.
Hardy mentioned her.
Mm-hmm. Well, they certainly are a strong family. They just seem to keep going on no matter what, and especially this year. But they just kept going on. That's real strength, I think.
A tragedy?
Here you are, Nancy. Yes, her brother Luke was killed in an accident.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people were. He was really what you might call a very unique human being. Well, shall we go on?
Yes, lead the way.
All right.
Thank you.
Now, this is our main surgical floor.
Well, hello again.
Bobbie.
I gotta run. They're screaming for me in OR.
You go ahead. Well, Natalie, as you can see, most of the nurses' stations are pretty much... Natalie?
Yes.
Even a little bit? Not in the least. I have tasted nursing. I have experienced its ups and its downs. And while I've come away with a greater sense of its importance, I have no intention of pursuing it as a career.
Oh, dear. Well, then I'll have to send it back.
What's that?
Well, the uniform I ordered for you. I was just sure that you'd give up everything for nursing.
Thought never entered my mind. Besides, you have to be bright, witty, intelligent, dedicated.
Oh, Dan, thank you. You've been listing my finer personality traits again.
Actually, I was listing the qualifications for a nurse. Off to Topeka, I understand.
Yes, tonight, I'm afraid. Do you have my schedule, Andy?
Oh, yes, here it is.
Thank you.
What is the weather there like at this time of the year?
Do you care?
Not really.
I didn't think so. Let's just hope it's warming up. Well, that's good. That's great. I have 3 post-ops to look in on, and then I am off. If you will all excuse me.
Well, if we don't see you, have a good time in Kansas.
Oh, I doubt it.
I don't understand doctors. The way they work, running around all day, late nights, weekends, then they get on a plane and go off to Kansas for a convention or a seminar. It's all beyond me.
Well, maybe if you didn't spend so much time hanging around nurses' stations.
Here is really the hub of our wheel, the lobby nurses' station, and our most respected nurse, Georgia Price.
I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't either. Touche.
Oh, Dan, George, I'd like you to meet Natalie Dearborn. She's in therapy in a small-town hospital and is just observing here.
How do you do, Miss Dearborn?
Yes, Dan,
Oh, I'm sorry, Rooney.
Hospital administrator. It's a thankless job, but someone has to do it.
Oh, Dan.
There you are, flattering the ladies.
And why not? It comes so easily.
Oh, take him away, Ruby, before we all faint from desire. It's for you, Audrey.
Oh, excuse me. We have a date at the Floating Red, and we are 10 minutes late.
I was ready.
Oh, so always like that around here. You see what I mean? Front desk, Mrs. Price. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I'll transfer this call. Just one moment, please. Yes. Would you transfer this call to Dr. Cunningham's office, please? Right. Thank you. Well, that's all the big news around here now. Big story.
I'm sorry?
You're reading about the waterfront deal that's being stalled. There's a lot of talk that there's the mob involved. I don't suppose you have those problems up in the mountains.
Nor do we have people called police commissioners. In fact, we have only one police official, and he's called Sheriff, or Sam, if you know him. Interviewed at his house yesterday, Commissioner Scorpio said, well, certainly Sam has never been interviewed, and not only that, he doesn't have a house.
Well, our commissioner has quite a setup. The city built it to his exact specifications.
Well, he must be a very important man for the city to do that.
Oh, he is. It was quite a coup to get him. Used to be a hotshot over at WSB.
Really? The big security organization.
Exactly.
Aha.
But he quit after he and a friend of his saved the city that was being threatened by a maniac who was going to destroy it.
And is this friend of Scorpio's on the force as well?
No, he isn't. He died a little while ago.
Oh, yes, Audrey mentioned his name, but I can't,
Luke Spencer.
Yes, that's it. And Commissioner Scorpio's first name, what is that?
Robert Scorpio.
Uh-huh.
Why do you ask?
Oh, it's just that I like to make a habit of learning famous people's names, you know, just in case I might meet them sometime.
Are you going to be long in Port Charles?
Only as long as I have to be.
Oh. Yes, front desk.
Honestly, I've never seen facilities that quite match these.
Well, we've been very lucky, especially in the therapy department. A lot of people have donated directly to that facility.
We can thank our fundraisers for that. We really have the best around.
Oh, I wish I could say the same thing. It's hard running a hospital in an area where most people can't even afford to pay for their own treatment.
Don't you get some help from the state?
Oh, some, but barely enough to keep us in styptic pencils. I mean, it's a slow process, raising money, but we're working on it.
Oh, how was the tour?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Will you join us?
Well, thank you, but only for a minute. I've got to get back to OR.
Well, take my seat, Bobbie. I have an appointment waiting.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do, too. It was so nice meeting you, Natalie.
Yes, and if you get a chance, before you leave the hospital, stop by my office for a quick goodbye, will you?
Oh, I'll make a point of it. And thank you so much, both of you. Really.
Oh, it was our pleasure.
Bye. Nice couple.
They're the best.
So, how was surgery?
It was a snap, thank goodness, because I've got 2 more to go today, and I've got 4 tomorrow.
Oh, what a schedule. At my hospital, we have maybe 1 surgery a week, and that's in a busy week.
What hospital is that?
Oh, a little one you would never have heard of. It's up near Indianhead Mountain.
Sorry, I don't mean to go on like this.
No, that's all right. I understand. I lost someone very close to Quan Tri, Vietnam. From that one, they brought you home in a bag, not a box.
I'm sorry.
No, it was a long time ago. But I remember for the longest time thinking that someday he would walk right through that door and come back again. That somehow it was all just a mistake.
I know the feeling. I did the same thing for a long time. Until I realized how damaging it was becoming. You gotta let go.
I suppose.
Excuse me. Is this private or can anybody even join?
Hi, Rube. Sit.
Thank you.
Ruby Anderson. This is my aunt, Natalie Dearborn. Natalie's been looking at our facilities here.
Oh, in a professional way?
Yes, the therapy department. I'm in therapy at a much smaller hospital.
Well, we're always glad to welcome visitors.
Natalie's hospital is in Indianhead.
The wilderness.
Just south of there.
She treated some of the victims from the avalanche. I told her about Luke.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Anderson.
Yes. Well, will you be going back there when you leave here?
Well, maybe. I've possibly even been considering a move here.
Well, we could always use a good therapist.
I'm just not sure that I'm ready for life in the city. I mean, I don't know where I would live. I don't know the neighborhood at all.
Well, it's not bad around here.
Actually, we've been staying with our head nurse, Jessie Brewer, and then we're getting a place of our own.
Oh, hello, ladies.
Hi, Grant. He's our best ortho man. Grant, have you met Natalie?
No, but I just ran into Steve in the corridor, and he said it was a must that we do so. I understand you're a therapist.
Yes, a rural hospital.
Therapy is therapy.
Yes.
I'm glad to meet you, Natalie.
Hello.
Did I get the last name?
Dearborn.
Well, I hope you got a nice tour of our facilities.
Oh, yes, you have an excellent department here.
Thank you. Speaking of which, I have a staff meeting to get back to. Nice meeting you, Nat.
Doctor?
Oh, Bobbie, I understand we're having a little get-together tonight for Brian.
Yeah, it's sort of a co-ed bachelor party.
Well, it sounds great, but I'm afraid I'm going to be unable to make it. Celia and I are going to a play.
Oh, which one?
I don't remember the name. Holly got us the tickets, and we're going to be meeting her at the Floating Rib before curtain. If I don't see him, please tell Brian I'm sorry.
Oh, sure we will.
Have a good time.
Okay, bye.
What on earth is a floating rib?
It's a restaurant that's very near here.
Good food?
Oh, it's wonderful. Actually, it's become the favorite place for all the staff here.
Oh, well, good. Then that's where I'll have dinner.
Well, fine. You're going to find lots of good company.
Exactly what I was thinking.
You're not serious.
It's true. Less calories in red wine than white wine.
I always thought it was the exact opposite.
Most people do. I think the grape growers out in California started that rumor just so they could sell more Chardonnay. May I help you, miss?
Martini. As dry as you got.
Coming up.
Thank you. Oh, talkative, isn't he?
Sorry? Oh, him. Yes, I always thought bartenders were supposed to listen.
Are you a visitor?
Sorry?
I noticed your accent. Are you English?
Yes, but I live here.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you. How do you like it?
Oh, it's a very pleasant city. Are you a visitor?
No, I'm here on a short business trip. I don't know how the food is here, but it came highly recommended.
You must have been talking to a doctor. This is one of their favorite hangouts. Whereabouts are you from?
Oh, just a tiny, tiny little place. No place you would have ever heard of.
Try me.
It's called Indianhead Mountain.
Had a heck of a winter up there, didn't you?
Oh, yes, terrible.
One of the worst in years.
Brinker Road, is that it?
Well, there is a Brinker Road. Runs just up north of the county line.
All right, then you know where it is.
Oh, sure. There are a lot of cabins up there. What does your friend do?
Not much of anything. Sells firewood when he needs the money. Big on hiking and camping, though.
Oh,
How's the weather up there now?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I really enjoy hiking myself. In fact, I was up there last summer. I was thinking about going up there again for a couple of days.
Oh, I wouldn't go just yet. The snow is still melting. Best thing would be just to wait until things are in bloom.
Oh, that long?
If you want to play it safe.
Ah, here are some familiar faces.
Hello, I'm sorry we're late, Holly.
Oh, don't worry. I was chatting with a friend here.
I took your advice, Doctor.
So I see.
You two know each other?
Yes, we met at the hospital. Are you eating here as well?
No, we're dining after the play, which starts in less than 15 minutes. Where's Robert?
Oh, he had some business, but he'll be along in a minute.
Maybe we should wait for him outside.
Good idea.
Okay, let me pay my tab. I wish we had a chance to chat some more. That mountain that you live on is one of my favorite places. It was nice meeting you, Natalie.
Yes, for me too.
Okay, I know I'm late. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're
Except
just
my...
going to go outside and wait for you.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have the limo running. We can still make the whole thing in plenty of time.
Then what are we waiting for?
Right.
Oh, how rude of me. Robert, this is Natalie Dearborn, a therapist from Indianhead Mountain, just in town for a few days. And Natalie, this is my husband, Commissioner Robert Scorpio.
It's been nice meeting you, but I'm afraid we have to run. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Come on.
Now, I have fun.
Thank you, we will. That's right.
Bartender.
Another, please.